Hello everybody, OnyxEye here. Welcome back to the channel. So we're back in Life Is Feudal Forest Village, and I had last time I had the problem of not being able to get my game to go full screen. I have fixed that issue, but unfortunately in the process of fixing that issue I killed my save. Not sure how that happened. I apologize, but that's just the way it worked out. So we are now in what I refer to as Woodhurst 2.0. I did go ahead and rebuild. We're on a different map, unfortunately, but I wanted to kind of get it started for you so you wouldn't have to go through the initial start of everything again. Feel like that would kind of be cheating you on your time. So I got a little bit of a head start, started it off. We have one field of potatoes here, another field of potatoes here, and that's something that I don't think I did quick enough in the first episode. Is I don't think that I got the farming started early enough and we got too close to winter time. I also have an apple orchard being grown here. As you can see, it's going to take a while. They have to get it all planted and stuff. I think it's the second year before you get anything from fruit trees. I'm not sure if they work that into the game, but we'll find out. And also, we always start off with the homeless guy, so I did build him another shack right here, as you can see. And we do have the fisherman's lodge. Now, I only have one person fishing right now, which I hope is going to be okay. The only other thing that I built to start off with is I did go ahead and build the lumberjack's lodge, because we know when we get into wintertime, we're going to need firewood. I think we're okay for firewood. With having this, we should have enough firewood to make it through the winter, so at least we won't have anybody freeze to death. My concern, of course, is going to be whether or not we have enough food. So I have somebody just gathering general resources, general supplies over in this area to kind of clear this spot off. We're also going to be building out this way. We'll build a hunter's lodge. We have some hunters out and about, kind of keep the place safe. I mean, you see we have bears wandering around in here, which is never cool. So let's while she's walking back, let's go ahead and we'll take this stuff back ourselves, so I can kind of give you a little view of the village from the first person perspective here, so you can kind of see what we got. There's our lumberjack working right there. Unfortunately, in this game, in the first person view, you can't run, so I'm moving as fast as I can move. I know that's a little tedious for you guys, but let's run up in here, take a look at the fields that are in the works. Kind of proud of these. I got them started early. Let's oh, I think I put that a little too close. Can barely get around it there. Hope that doesn't mean that guy's gonna have problems getting in and out. Oh no, he won't, because he's got a gate over there. So here's our orchard. See, we already have trees growing, so that's a plus for sure. And yeah, the mouse does move rather quickly. It's quite sensitive. But when you're in the larger map screen, it'll move a lot slower than this. So I have to kind of leave my mouse sensitivity where it is. Oh, there's a wild boar. Hello, ma'am. So yeah, we're an equal opportunity village. Everybody works. I think I'm supposed to go drop this barn here, or warehouse, I think it is. He walked right through there like it wasn't nothing, but we can't. Maybe our load is a little larger than his. Maybe that's not where we were supposed to go with it. You gotta forgive me, guys. I don't do the first person thing too often, of course. Oh, I think this is where the resources go, is in here. There we go. So we dropped our resources. We'll go ahead and hop out of her so she can get back to work. She is our gatherer, as you can tell. I'm gonna speed this up just a touch. But we do have some progress. I mean, we've got farming going on, we've got fishing going on. We have the orchard being planted and tended to. I think we got a good start this time. I'm excited. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Lumberjack's working away over here. I think we're actually going to have a good bit of firewood. A bit of, did they call it firewood? Yeah, firewood. We're going to probably... I'm thinking we'll build that house. That's going to be the next large thing that we build, but I really don't want to do that until we've made it through the first winter, just so we can kind of build up the food stores a little bit. Oh, we actually have somebody else available to work. Let's put them on fishing. That'll help build up the food stores a little bit more. I don't know that it's possible to have too much food, but I do know it's definitely possible to have too little, and we really don't want that to happen. So my plan for Woodhurst 2.0 here is we'll focus on this first year of the game. We'll focus on getting our food built up, gathering resources, and making it through that winter. See, it's saying our food reserves are low already. That's great. I may actually, let's go ahead. It only takes 50 logs. Oh, that's a good many logs, though. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe we should build a hunting cabin, so that they can hunt through the winter time. We may need to do that, actually. I'm gonna put them out this way, because out this way is primarily where we're going to have our let's move them out this way, because I'm thinking that we're gonna put some chicken coops out here at some point soon. Yeah, let's go ahead and drop it right there. We don't have anybody on building, but I'm gonna move one person to building. Are we at our resource limit here? I'm not sure what that means. Have to look that up. Oh yeah, we're at our resource limit. Alright, so we're at our resource limit, so let's go ahead and move this guy off of that. Let's put him on building. That'll help there. So far, the bears don't seem to be attacking our townsfolks, so that's a positive. Hunting cabin, I think they're starting to build. Yep, they're starting to build up the supplies over there. So we'll get the hunting cabin underway. We'll assign somebody to hunt through the winter time, I'm thinking. I hope that the game works well that way. And we've got 754 fish. We really need somebody else on fishing. That's what we need. Our next adult probably needs to go into fishing. Let's get our professions window back open. Food reserves are low, but we're starting to gather some. You can see they're starting to bring in the harvest, so that's good. It's late summer. We're bringing in the harvest. I'm feeling positive. Feeling positive. Okay. So let's drop these two off of building. We're going to put one on hunting. And we're going to put one... Let's leave one gathering. Oh, we've got a storm coming in. That's really loud for me. I don't know if it's loud for you, so if I'm screaming into the microphone, I apologize for that. It's super loud for me when that thunder crackles like that. So we've got some good farming underway here. Hunting cabin's complete. I hope that they're hunting. We should start seeing meat and hides as the hunter starts getting that done. Do want to gather the rest of this over here because we're going to need more wood. And we just need more supplies in general. So I'm going to let my gatherer continue to gather. I think we're good on firewood for right now. If it looks like we're starting to run low, I'll move somebody to the lumberjack job, but I think we're going to be okay. I like this start, folks. I feel comfortable with it. I hope that you do too. If you have any pointers for me, feel free. I have made it a point not to look at the wiki for this game or to try to figure out a bunch of tips and tricks. I want to kind of learn it as I go and trial and error, you know. It's great to know how to do things, but sometimes the fun part is making a mistake and learning from it and being better the next go round, which is where we are right here with Woodhurst 2.0. You know, I mean, I accidentally deleted my save, but I think in the end it was a blessing because we got a much better start this time. I think we're a little more ready for the winter time, and we're not starting off with negative to our population from upgrading the buildings too soon and losing some children. So I'm comfortable with it. I'm actually liking it. We've got a whole thing of potatoes that are about to come in, which is good. It's fall. It is getting to be that time where soon we're going to have to move them off of this. We'll move them to fishing or gathering when it's no longer a good time to plant. Still watering the orchard there. It may very well be the next year in the game before we get any apples. Oh, we had a baby being born. Okay, so let's take somebody off of that one. Really not going to do much good probably for that, but I would like them to go ahead and at least finish harvesting. Let's slow it down just a little bit here so I can kind of take a little survey of what we've got. I like 2 people gathering resources right now. I think when we pull the farmer off of this field right here, I think that we'll put them on hunting. So we'll gather some more food that way. Fish, we've got 763 right now, but we brought in a pretty good bit of vegetables. 446 units of those. We've got 768 units of bread, which is good. Bread is something that is probably going to be difficult to make because I poked around a little bit in some of these building and food production things, and that's going to be something. Trying to build a I think you have to build a windmill to grind it down, grind the wheat down and all that stuff. So there's several steps to making bread. I'm not sure if it's going to be worth it or not. So we're not going to necessarily do that. Let's speed it up a little bit here. See if we can get to the point. It still hasn't said anything about the temperature not being okay with this. We're going to let them continue to work on that. soon as this is finished, though, we're going to move this one to something else. Probably either hunting or fishing or gathering. I'm not sure yet. Because we're coming into fall. I would like to try to get at least through fall, at least have this finished before we end the episode, so that we can move them to something else, just so I don't forget my place and what my plan was. Okay, so that's all gathered. We'll remove them from that. And we will put them on hunting. That's what we're going to do. Looks like we had another baby be born. So currently we have 7 adults, 3 teenagers, and 1 child. They've been clearing this area out over here pretty well. So that's good. Do want them to continue with that though. Continue with that there. They're starting to use some of the firewood, so we'll probably have to move somebody back to the lumberjack job before the winter time's over with. You see, we are starting to get some meat. We've got lots of hide already. While we're here, let's go ahead and take a look at what else we have available. So we can build a port at some point. We can build a school. That's probably not a bad idea at some point when we have enough resources. It makes our people work faster. Tavern probably helps with happiness, but we don't need any drunk people right now. We need to think about a healer's shop soon, I'm sure. See what else we have. The weaver's workshop. We are going to need to get some better clothes. I'm not sure what a furnace is for. Oh, that's probably to melt down, yeah, to melt down things. Melt down your ore for the blacksmith shop, probably. I'm wondering if we started with a weaver's workshop, I'm wondering if that's too early on to build that. It is going to cut into our resources pretty drastically. And I don't know, I think you have to have flax to make clothes, and I'm not, I mean, we don't have any. We don't have any flax and we don't have any wool, so we may not be able to really make clothes anyway. So let's just hold off on that. We are coming into early winter now. Looks like we have enough food here. And I think it's a good spot to go ahead and stop while we're coming into winter here, because the next thing we'll do is we're going to start building more things. Preparing for the next season. We'll go ahead and probably lay down another, I don't know if we'll lay down another field or if I'm going to go ahead and try to get like a chicken coop or something. I don't know that we get meat from that. I think we just get eggs, because I see we have eggs there. And we can't, unfortunately, we cannot do anything with, we can't make a pasture for cows or pigs or sheep or anything yet. So the only way we're going to get past a chicken coop is to build a port, and we're not at that point yet. We've got a lot to do. So the next thing we're going to do is build a house. I know that. We've got to get ready for more population. During the winter time, you know, people like to cozy up with each other, so to speak. And but we have enough resources to build this house now, actually. So let's see if we can get it. I'd like to get it right in here. if we could, but it doesn't look like that's gonna happen. Let's just put it right there. We're gonna build the house there, and when we come back, you guys will see where we are. All right. So thanks so much for joining me, guys. We've got a good start going here. I look forward to you joining us on this journey. So if you haven't subscribed already, please be sure and do that so you don't miss out on anything in this series. And hit that like button for me down there if you don't mind. It really does help me get noticed out there in YouTube, and it brings other people together so we can build this community, this family that we're trying to grow here on YouTube. Thanks so much for joining me, guys. Love the support that you've all been showing. It is greatly, greatly appreciated, and I hope that you have a great week. This is OnyxEye heading out, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye now.